Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us on this week's webinar. We're going to be talking about the importance of having an ID number to report income tax, to report sales tax, to be able to open various accounts, to have a lot of pathways for some financial activities for yourself or your business. My name is Juan Turubiartes. We will be discussing all of this in this week's webinar. Let me show this.
From the time I joined or teamed up with Tax, I had a lot of stress on me running the store, taking care of finances, marketing and whatnot, and bookkeeping. And was one thing that was really, it was taking most of my time. And from the time I joined Tax, that was just like such a relief on my end that I don't have to worry about those things. And also, like, not just taking care of bookkeeping, I would say that with Chris and his team, I got such a good support. Like, any question regarding his business related, regarding its, helping any kind of assistance we need in terms of business, Tax is always there. And I'm really, really grateful of Chris and his entire team for supporting us from the time we joined them. And it's been a great help.
The more that we help you grow, everybody will grow.
Absolutely.
And advocacy is putting you in the front line because your success is our business.
So after hearing from Gmart, she was able to obtain our services, and therefore, of course, she benefited from us taking care of the financial reporting, all of those tedious tasks, having your bookkeeping, reconciliation, having the reports ready to set up for year-end income tax reports, as well as these current opportunities, but these reports have to be set up. She can focus on her business. Gmart can keep that drive to focus on clients, new clients, maintaining all of the clients, and on the operations inside of the business. And then she can go ahead, Gmart, just give these other tasks that are still essential, but can be given to a third party so they can go ahead and focus on it. Having all of the years of experience, they can be able to manage these accounts and help out each business and the business owner by taking care of this. So on this week's webinar, it's going to be approximately 30 minutes. And we will just be going over, if you have any questions along this webinar, any slides, I encourage you to just put them down in the comments, and we'll go ahead and be able to contact you as soon as this webinar is over, so we can see how we can help you and your business out. What are the best strategies to help your business out? So let me just read this disclaimer. This material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for tax, legal, or accounting advice. Examples and other materials in this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon for technical answers. Tax is an outsourced tax, payroll, and bookkeeping company. Tax is not associated with any institutions in this presentation and is a private business providing resources for other small businesses. As we go along with this webinar, always remember that there's going to be a free PDF in our website, wycotax.com. You can always find it, download it, have it in your file so you can go over and just have for your reference anytime that you need it. Also, any previous week's webinar presentations are also going to be in our YouTube channel. All there is to do is type down Tax on YouTube. It's going to take you to our channel, and you can go ahead and rewatch any of the previous week's webinars. So moving along to this week's presentation, talking about ITINs, EINs, and sales tax numbers. So Miss Gloria, the sole proprietor of a restaurant, Delicious Restaurant, she sells the best things here in South Texas. She has been open for the past 10 years. Also, she has been asking about all of these financial assistance loans, and she was asked to provide either an EIN or an ITIN registration. We're going to be talking about what are the differences of these two ID numbers. What can be attained with both, or what is really the difference? What can one do that the other cannot, and vice versa? So what is an ITIN? An ITIN was created by the IRS to allow foreign nationals and other individuals who are not eligible for a social security number to comply with US tax laws. An ITIN number is there for anybody that doesn't have a social and cannot obtain a social. This ITIN is used to report income tax, as well as it allow you to open some bank accounts, some other financial accounts. Whenever these accounts try to be opened, a banker is always going to ask for a social security number. If you do not have a social security number, they will be asking for an ITIN number. Why? Because this ITIN number is just like social security in regards to giving you an ID number. Only one ITIN number is given to one person. It does not use the same number for two different people. So it is just an identification number that goes along your name. So others, a banker, can easily identify you and open up an account under your name. Also, with this ITIN number, some sole proprietors can obtain these CARES Act fundings, financial assistance, some of these grants, they can also be obtained with this ITIN number. So those are the main points. And ITIN was primarily just used or intended to be used for income tax report. It is not, it doesn't have anything to do with immigration and immigration number or anything like that. It is just used for your income tax reporting. But alongside that, you can also open these other bank accounts and of course get CARES Act funding by having an ITIN number. So if you would like to make the application, get it, all of these benefits that go along with an ITIN number, just encourage you to contact us. We can help you out. We are an IRS acceptance agent. We can go ahead and help you out getting your ITIN number in the easiest, fastest way as possible. All of these applications do have to be turned in through mail. There is no way to file it electronically. It does have to be sent in. All of the reports have to be filled out correctly and sent in to the IRS office and wait for them to process it, check everything is right, check that your identifications from your actual citizenship country are correct, have them registered, and therefore they will go ahead and grant you, authorize you, give you an ITIN number for yourself. Now, the EIN. The EIN is one that the IRS uses to identify taxpayers who are required to file various business tax returns. An EIN is only given to businesses. It is used if a business is going to have employees. An EIN is very important because it's going to distinguish for an employee who's the one that's paying the employee. Also, if you operate or you have a business as a corporation, as a partnership, an EIN is required. An LLC, an EIN is always required. If you haven't just barely registered your LLC, your corporation, it is important that you also register it to the IRS so an EIN can be given to this business. Without an EIN, there is not much that a business can do as far as doing the yearly business tax returns. It has to be used with an EIN. It is kind of like a social security, but for the business, it is going to be given. An EIN is only for businesses, and it is needed if a business is going to have employees, if it's going to have even be a corporation, an LLC, a partnership, if any of those pertain to the business, it's going to need an EIN. That EIN can be done online. The easiest way would be actually in the IRS website, and EIN can be obtained through there. So keep in mind, an EIN is only for businesses. If you have any of those employees, corporation, LLC, it's going to need an EIN to distinguish it from the owner. That is the EIN. The EIN is a separate number, and it's given to an entity that is separate from the business owners. Now, a sales tax ID. A sales tax ID is given, must be obtained to a Texas business that actually has or sells goods. If it sells any tangible goods, or it actually does any taxable services, this is when the sales tax ID is needed. You must obtain a sales tax and use tax permit if you are an individual, partnership, corporation, or other legal entity engaged in business in Texas. If you are going to sell tangible personal property in Texas, lease or rent tangible personal property in Texas, sell goods or sell taxable services in Texas, this sales tax ID is required. You can also go ahead and obtain this sales tax ID online, and it is going to be used, it is required if you are selling any goods. Sales tax, of course, in Texas is mandatory if you sell any goods, any taxable services. So in order to report these sales tax, all of these sales, this sales tax ID is needed. And if you think or you're not sure if you're going to need one of these numbers, contact us, contact also the sales Texas comptroller, so you can know if you're going to need one of these numbers. Remember, it is necessary to have these if your business does operate in that manner. If you do not fail or you do not have one of these numbers and you are required to, there will be some penalties if you do not get it in time. So just contact us or contact the Texas comptroller if you have any questions, if you are unsure if you're going to need this number. Now, the ITIN, what it is, remember, it is just to report your income tax at the end of the year. The application process is designed to facilitate tax payment, and the fact that the IRS does not share any of the applicant's private information with any immigration enforcement agency is key to tax compliance. If you have any doubt, I know a lot of individuals are scared to get this ITIN applications going because they fear if any of their information is going to be given to the immigration authorities, any of these agencies. Well, rest assured that your information is not going to be shared. Why? Because having your personal information secure is just a key element to the IRS. They are not going to be giving out any of this information to any other agency, only to the IRS and to actually the government branch that the IRS belongs to. So IRS is only going to need it to report your income tax. They're not going to share any of your information with any other agency, especially the immigration. They will not be able to do that. Taxpayer privacy is an important cornerstone to the U.S. tax systems. Because applicants provide the IRS with a great amount of personal information, privacy is critical to the success of this IRS program. After the section in the IRS code states that the IRS is not authorized to release taxpayer information to other government agencies except for providing it to the Treasury Department, which is also relates to income tax reporting, to money. That's the only way that they can go ahead and have this information within them, just with the Treasury Department, which takes care of the business and the money flowing in, flowing out of the employees and the country on its own, and the IRS. They're the only ones that can have this information about any taxpayer getting any source of income. So rest assured that your information will not be given to any immigration agency. Now, what are the documents that you are going to need if you are going to make this application to receive this ITIN? The most important, the fastest way to get your ITIN is to have an unexpired passport. Passport has all of the information that the ITIN department is going to need. If you're going to fill out this information, having the passport is going to be the easiest way because it has everything that you need all in one place, a passport. If you do not have this passport, other documents that can be accepted are your national ID number. If you are Mexico, any matricula consular is going to be accepted. Any date of birth IDs, if they are not expired, they're going to be accepted. Any U.S. driver's license, U.S. IDs, they're also going to be accepted, as well as your birth certificate. Those are going to be needed always. If you don't have a passport, the birth certificate is going to be needed, as well as either your national ID or any U.S. State ID, or any other voting registration cards are also going to be accepted. But in the end, if you have the passport, you don't have to worry about all these other IDs, birth certificates, foreign voters, anything like that, because the passport is going to have it. If you have a dependent that is going to be needing or at least applying for this ITIN, they will need their birth certificate, medical records, school records, any USCIS pictures, visas, anything like that. All the other IDs are going to be needed. But the most important, birth certificate, any medical records, because they are dependent, those things are going to be required for the dependent. Again, the passport is the only document that proves both identity and foreign status. For dependents, the passport must have a date of entry to be a standalone document. So passport are the easiest way to get any of these applications turned in as fast as possible, because they have all of the information that the ITIN department is going to need. The form W7 is the one that has to be filled out. It is actually the ITIN application. That same W7 can be used for any new ITIN applications as well as the renewal applications. So W7 has to be properly filled out. If it is missing anything, any little line of information that is missing, the whole application is going to be voided. It's actually not going to be accepted, because everything has to be properly filled out in the ITIN application. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. WICO Tax is a certified acceptance agent and can facilitate this process. We can go ahead and guide you on how all this application must be turned in. We can help you out with our service, helping you data entry into this application. And because we are an acceptance agent, we can go ahead and send out proper copies of all of your passport or other IDs. We are, like I said, we have a written agreement with the IRS. We are authorized to assist any individual who are ineligible to receive a social security number to get this ITIN applications ready. So as ITINs, as acceptance agent, we will help you out getting either an ITIN, we can help you out getting an EIN, or a sales tax from Texas. So we have this service. We can provide it for everyone because we like to facilitate, have the easiest way that the business owner can go ahead and just entrust us with this process. And we have been able to deliver to every client in which we have made these applications, turn them all in. So Miss Gloria, she was able to get all of her EIN, ITIN questions answered just by getting WICO Tax service. Also, since she applied for the PPP loan, how does she have to pay taxes on the total loan amount? We're going to be going over this on the next week's webinar, talking about everything that is required under this PPP and everything that can be done at the timely manner, and how WICO Tax can assist yourself as it has been assisting Miss Gloria. Also, don't ever forget the benefits: peace of mind, save headaches, time, money, and access right now to these grant and loans just by having this business bundle of tax, payroll, and bookkeeping service all together, all in one. It's going to dramatically facilitate and accelerate this process of grants and financial opportunities ready, available for your business. Always remember that WICO Tax is going to provide our service worry-free for yourself, open all the time, 365 year-round, from January 1st to the end of December. And with more than 20 years of combined experience, it can go ahead and resolve any of your financial reports issues that you have. Let WICO Tax assist you as it has been assisting the community. After doing so, we have also been humbly receiving the SBA Minority Business of the Year, as well as we are now certified acceptance agent of the IRS, so we can help you out the fastest way, the best way as possible to alleviate any stress, any time. We'll do this in a timely manner to have everything ready for your business and everything that your business is going to need. If you have questions, I am always going to invite you to visit our public Facebook website. There you will be seeing any of the comments, any recommendations that we have been assisting previous clients. And just right now, for anybody that's still watching, if you do get your bookkeeping service today with us right now, we will give you a 20% off your 2020 income tax filing. So we're gonna go ahead and give you a discount of 20% on your income tax report of 2020 if you elect WICO Tax to do your bookkeeping right now to save you time, do all of your actually year-end bookkeeping to have you ready to get all of the benefits that we have always been talking about, been going over on every single webinar. Let Wyco Tax assist you and your business going faster into success than it is if you go ahead and have all of these tasks. If you put it all on your shoulders, you're going to be moving a lot slower. So go ahead and call us, make this free consultation with us always, so we can see how it is that we can help your business. Thank you for being with me. I hope to see you next time to be talking about some more opportunities for your business. Okay, I hope everybody has a blessed day and see you next time. Bye-bye.